afternoon for Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today's Wednesday. It's 93 degrees and sunny and humid. I am sick and I hate the world right now. So instead of hating the world, I'm going to save some zinnia seeds and spread around more volunteer zinnias next year. Grab the seed heads. I will separate out the seeds and put them in a paper bag later. But yeah, this area is going to be a garden next year, and I've got other areas that I'm just going to let grow next year. So why not save some of these seeds and throw them out there next spring and you know, spread out the zinnias. I won't, you know, I've got almost 3 acres. I'm not going to get control of it overnight. So in the areas where I'm probably not going to get control of, yeah, man, I'm going to spread around some seeds that grew wild, or grew voluntarily anyway, after my first garden. Dude, you're sick. It's 93 and humid and sunny. Why are you out there collecting seeds? You should be in. I should be, dudes. But good news, number 2 hatched some of her babies. 3 of them. She hatched 3 of the 8 eggs. Let's take a look. Where's the other one, number 2? Number 2, where's the other one? Is she underneath you? Is he underneath you? Huh? Yeah? So yeah, very cool. Monday morning, a day early, I came out and there were 3 baby chicks just peeping around number 2. And so they are, what, 2 days old now? And the other 5 eggs did not hatch, did not show any signs of hatching. And she did stick with them. You can see I just put them in a little blue tub. Number 2 can get in and out at will, but the babies can't go anywhere. So that's why I'm doing this, is I'm getting this brooder ready for number 2 and the babies. So I've got a weedie through there to put the electric fencing up. And even though I'm sick, man, homesteading doesn't go on pause when you're sick. Yep. And I'm sick, so I can't think straight either. Give me a second. Number 2, having 3 babies, and she is the biological mother. She didn't just hatch them; they were also her eggs. So we have 3 babies. They look like Welsomer chicks, and well, it might be 1 boy and 2 girls if you go by the Welsomer markings when they are born. But they are not full-bred. She's not a Welsomer for certain, and the father. There's a slight chance the father might have been Tim Conway, the Welsomer. but more than likely it was the olive egg or back cross, which was 75% Welsmer. So that makes sense that the chicks would look like Welsmer baby chicks with and there are other breeds that look exactly the same with like the racing stripes, I call them. So yeah, that was good news. Now the bad news is that the 3 chicks that Mrs. B hatched are gone. And yeah, I don't really want to talk about that right now. That's the bad news. I believe it was crows. What was it, Monday morning? I saw 3 baby chicks under number 2. Cool. I go out to the flock with Mrs. B, and I'd been keeping her in a pet carrier at night and then letting them out in the morning. So I let them out in the morning, and Mrs. B and the 3 baby chicks, they're all running around. Then a couple hours later, I'm walking out there to check on everybody, and a crow flies up from inside the chicken run of where Mrs. B is. A crow flies out of there, and 2 more crows up in the tree right above that chicken run. They all fly off together. And so that's what makes me think it was a crow. I didn't see it though. But yeah, I don't want to talk about that right now. So what I do want to talk about is what I have control over in the future, and that's number 2 and these 3 baby chicks. So they're going in this brooder, and there's no crow that is getting in that brooder. I just got to get the electric fence up. There's an outlet right here on the cabin that I can hook the Energizer thing up to, the charger or whatever makes the fence run, and we'll go from there. Okay, so yeah, that was bad news, losing those 3 baby chicks. More bad news, all the eggs that were due to hatch in the incubators, none of them hatched. And I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm sick and I hate the world. October, this has not been a great start to October. It's alright, everything's cool, I'm going to live, no big deal. It is a big deal though, but what I didn't do is I have a little thermometer, hygrometer that tells you the humidity and temperature, and I have one of those, but everything's out of, it's my own fault. I didn't use that. So either the temperature was out of whack or the humidity was out of whack, or it could be that long power outages happened and I didn't notice because I'm not in there all the time. I have no idea what happened with those incubators, but none of those baby chicks hatched. So yeah, after all of those eggs that I tried to hatch, I've got 3 of number 2's babies, with the father being some back cross olive egger to a Welsmer. So they're just, yeah, they're what I'm gonna concentrate on right now. All right, what else can I tell you? Okay, on the car front, more bad news. Drew was over here yesterday. We used the computer to figure out what part to replace. He replaced the part. We went into Boonville and had a little bit of fun. You'll see that next. He took some video clips. I haven't gone through them yet. And then we went to a McDonald's. But anyway, back to the car.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good transition shot from you to Bob. Yeah. Look at you making me do a second take. Oh, and this one's good too because here comes Fifi. Oh, and a mushroom. Fifi, there's a mushroom right by your tail. That mushroom wouldn't be growing there if I mowed my yard. Okay, so yeah, he's fixing the car, and Bob and Fifi are just hanging out. We drove into Boonville, which is like 28 miles. It's about 40 miles away, and no issues at all. It appeared like it was fixed, and we went to Boonville, and we had McDonald's. I'll show you that in a minute. And then it was starting to do the same thing that it had done before. So we stopped at Walmart also, and he fiddled around with it at Walmart, and then we got, you know, a few more miles down the road to the town of Magazine, and it was getting pretty bad. He fiddled with it some more, and it got us back home. It wasn't as bad as it was being before, but it got us back home. So yeah, so I had McDonald's for like the first time in 2 years. Let's look at that. Right, folks. I gotta get my preparation underway. Okay, Blue Van Man, I saw your review of the McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese, and as a former McDonald's employee, it was my first job. I worked at McDonald's, so I got to show you the proper way to eat a quarter pounder with cheese. First, you got to get rid of the nasty onions. If you're in the pickles can stay. Usually there's onions underneath of them, so I get rid of the pickles too. And I'm going to put the pickles back on. I'm feeling dangerous tonight. Okay, now we take our French fries and we layer them on the quarter pounder with cheese.
French fries, guys.
What are the chips? They're chips. You put your chips on the burger.
Hey guys, so we just went inside McDonald's and did a little review. It's kind of not the greatest footage because we had to be kind of secretive. The guy gave us a hard time, and Jeff's gonna clip it in right here, the confrontation from the manager. But yeah, but check out how Jeff eats his McDonald's.
It's the only way to go. You put your chips on the burger.
If y'all are going to use this, make sure you don't point it towards any
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Because
I understand. It's pointed right at the food, and we're saying good things.
All right, well that's good. Keep that up.
And it's going over to England too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well they don't know how to make burgers.
That's what I'm teaching them.
All they know is fish and chips, man.
I know. That's why I got to teach them. That was cool. They totally have a no video policy.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Okay, you've got your famous McDonald's fries on your quarter pounder with cheese. Hold it together, and then you gotta just tuck into it. This is probably the first McDonald's burger I've had in over 2 years since I've been to Arkansas. And I won't be coming again very often.
Don't judge a mullet. At McDonald's, I eat big chicken sandwich, 8-3, and I get 5 barbecue sauce for 3 sandwiches. I order 6 just in case. Order extra mayo if you want to. It's your preferred. I don't like to get my hands dirty, so you have to put on a little bit at a time. It's not being dirty that's the problem, it's being sticky. You gotta barbecue before every bite.
This wasn't bad at all.
I just work here.
Much juicier than normal.
What about the seasoning on the burger? That's what he's always mad about.
That's what the fries are for, the lack of seasoning on the burger. Alright, so that's the trip to Boonville. And let's see, so what's going to happen on the truck? Actually, Drew's on his way over here right now because he left his toolbox. And he had big plans for doing some work on his truck today. And so, you know, man, I'm telling you, October is just not off to a good start. So it'll get better. It'll get better. And I'm not too bummed. You know, bad stuff happening and I'm sick and I hate the world right now. But I'm not too bummed. My last video in September, I kind of did a retrospective of when Different, at the time known as Out in the Country, came. And I planned on doing that much, much differently. I took the lazy way out. I still enjoyed it, but I plan on adding a lot more commentary. Because they have done so much more for me than just that that trip down here. Doug and Ashley and Belle and Maverick, and I love their channel. I love their channel. They're a great family. They work hard. You guys know because in the comments of that video, so many of you mentioned that's how you came to my channel, is through them. And so, you know, that's one thing right there. They have done so much more for me than that. When I was, you had to get to 1,000 subscribers to become monetized, and I had just hit 900 thanks to White House on the Hill. They give me a big shout out. And Different, they pinned a comment on one of their videos, and they pushed me right over 1,000, right at the deadline that I need to have it. So that was huge. And then when they came down here, I'm trying to remember, I think I went from 1,800 subscribers to 5,000 while they were here. Maybe, yeah, over 5,000 while they were here. And so, and that helped my YouTube income. And I know people don't like you talking about YouTube income, but man, that put me on the path to where I am now, that I can pay my basic bills off of my YouTube income. And you know how much that improves my life and reduces my stress levels, and you know how big of an impact was that. So and then the little things they've done for me, gifting me Grumpy and Wildberry the Rooster. They gifted me, you know, pet carriers, 2 of the pet carriers that they brought those my new pets down with. Let's see, they found my original cabin that I bought on Facebook Marketplace. And, you know, I didn't end up with that cabin. I traded it for this one. But they were the ones who found that. And I hadn't, they sent me like 2 or 3 of them that they had found. And I had seen but I hadn't seen that one that they had found. So, you know, they led me on the right path for the shed to home. And then who did I hear about the Self-Reliant Roadshow from? Different. Doug and Ashley, Belle and Maverick. That's who I heard about the Self-Reliant Roadshow from. You know, they didn't hook, you know, they're the ones who introduced me to them. They weren't behind the scenes doing all that stuff. But they did introduce me to Prep Stetter Bob and Mrs. B and the Self-Reliant Roadshow. And look at how huge they have been for me. So, you know, October is starting out kind of bummy. But, man, it doesn't matter because I am so far beyond where I thought I would be because of, you know, and here I want to talk about helping other people, is that they stuck their necks out for me. They made a huge commitment. They're the ones who arranged for the big waste can dumpster. They're the ones who were, you know, they stuck their necks out and came down and helped. And I really do believe that their kindness was contagious. You know, sometimes that's what it takes. It takes one person or one family or you know, some type of small group to stick their necks out and to go be the champion for somebody. it's more effective at helping some people than if that person is just out there constantly begging, in my opinion. So, them sticking their necks out, and so a lot of you started helping, and then it was contagious. It was a kindness explosion. And there were many. They weren't the only ones who stuck their necks out for me to help. So many other channels gave me shout outs in the early goings, and I got a Pratt Family Homestead. That's how I met at the time mini steading. My very first video, and then the grass-fed homestead encouraged me, and so there are so many people that I'm thankful for. That even though I hate the world right now, I love the world right now too. So yeah. Anyway, see, I'm sick, and I'm my brain's all gushy, and my nose is all stuffed up, and my throat's not as sore today. I think yesterday was the worst of it. And so I'm just rambling and going on, and I didn't do a video yesterday, and my whole one video a day in September paid off, man. It was good. So now I'm gonna have a little bit extra for, I don't know what I'm gonna have extra for. Yeah, I got so many things that I have dreams of here. Porch and watershed with washer in it, and so many dreams. So yeah, I don't know if I can keep up with doing a video every single day, but I'm gonna at least try to get 20 out there, so 5 a week. And see, I'm still rambling around. Alright, I will stop rambling because Drew's probably going to be here any minute, and I've got to do some weed eating, and I figure if I get it started, even if I can't finish it tonight, maybe Drew can give me 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll get the fencing up tonight so that I can put number 2 in there and I don't have to worry about crows. Man, I can't believe that happened. I can't believe it happened. It happened to other people. It's happened to other people. I need a guard goose. Although I would have thought the rooster would have chased off a crow. But the roosters never had baby chicks in there. And they were bright white baby chicks too, so they stand out like a sore thumb. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. And take her easy. Until I see you again. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or not.